Hey everyone, it is me, Phoenix XD. I know I haven't done a video in a while. I'm actually just waiting in the car until my next class. I finished mine early, my last one early. So I'm just waiting here in the car. I don't know, I just decided to do a video and discuss why I hated taking the bus in high school. So, yeah. I feel like this is just on another level. I feel like everyone hate taking the bus. Like, everyone just hates it. There's a lot of different reasons. But I have so many different stories of things that has happened on the bus that just, like, take the cake. Okay. Let me see if I can think off the top of my head. Okay, freshman year, we had, like, this old dude as our bus driver. Nobody, and I mean nobody on that bus liked him. Like, I was a quiet kid in freshman year on the bus, at least, and like I just wanted to mind my own business and survive. Okay, so one day he was just getting annoyed by us for unknown reasons. It was just I don't even know. Anyways, so we were on the bus and he just stops the bus on the side of the road. We were already, like, pretty close to where we're supposed to be. And he just stops. And we're just like, yo, WTF. And he's just like, blah, 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 blah. And then the assistant, I don't know why, we had, like, a bus aide in the bus. For, again, unknown reasons. And she was like, if you guys don't shut up, we'll have to take you all the way back to the high school. And we're just looking at them like, why? What do you mean? So we were all like, oh, no, that's not gonna happen, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, like, one girl, she was crazy. One girl called her mom, and she was like, all right, my mom said I can hop off the bus. And she's just like, yeets herself off the bus. And the guy had the door shut. The bus driver had the door shut. He wouldn't let her out. And so she was banging on the door, and she was like, let me off this bus, blah, 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 blah. And so my best friend, you know who my best friend is. I won't say her name because she will deny it to this day. And she says, if she ever gets in trouble, use a stage name for her. I think it was Bonquisha Deshanae Brown. Okay, so Bonquisha, that's her name. Bonquisha says, I think that might open the door. Because at the time the girl was pregnant, and then Bonquisha says she ain't gonna see somebody abort their baby on the bus. It's a whole thing. So she said, I think that might be the button. And so the girl reads it, everything like that, opens the door, because it was like emergency exit button thing. And so she hops off the bus. The guy's like, oh, trying to grab her. And she just hops off the bus and just starts walking home. And then we were just sitting there like, oh my gosh. So that happens. At some point, the cops were called. I'm not even joking. The cops were called, and we were just like, why are they calling the cops? So the cops were called. And then everybody was trying to get off at this point, everybody was trying to get off the bus. So parents started coming, trying to pick up kids. I was trying to get a hold of my parents. I think at some point I did get a hold of my parents and, like, let them know what was going on. So yeah, cops were called, cops showed up, all this stuff. Like, some kids were getting upset. All of a sudden, 2 kids open the back emergency exit door and hop off the bus. And, like, that happened. Like, that was some crazy stuff. But, I mean, whew. And then at some point, this girl, she was so upset. She was, like, started punching the seat. And the bus aide was like, are you sick or something? And we're just looking at her sideways, like, what? Why is this happening? So, and then by the time we left, it was like 4 or 5. We were starting, like, to go on the drive, but I already had called my parents, so they were picking up from a different bus stop. So there was that. So by the time I got home, I want to say it was like maybe 6. So again, I was not having it. Oh, the car is pulling up behind me. Dang, that's a big car. Jeez Louise. Anyways, but that's one story. That was freshman year. I'm trying to think what other things has happened. Let me just say, like, if you have one of the older buses, if you, like, at least in my area, they will constantly break down. Like, constantly. I don't know what is going on. They should just get new, yeah, it's easier said than done, getting new buses. But in a sense, we're like, I feel like at this point, the buses that they have right now is not worth it because of how many times they have to constantly fix it. It's just worse than getting a new, at least in my opinion, they should just get new buses. But then again, they're so cheap. Like, I'm telling you, the cameras don't even work on the bus. Anything can happen. Buses break. I'm telling you, one time we were driving and we could tell like something was going on with the bus. It was like making some weird noises and we were going up a hill and it was slowing down. Okay, so by the time we got to the red light and we paused, the bus would not start. We were literally stuck in the middle of the road at a red light. And then there was buses coming by and like going by us and everything like that. So we had to get like, there was like mechanic or roadside assistance or something like that came by and everything. And they kind of like at least had to fix the bus to get it started. So we ended up moving from where we were and went to the side of the road and had to get picked up by a different bus from a different school, mind you, which I don't even know. But it was like, the funny thing is we were all just sitting there at the bus stop, at the red light, and we were at an intersection area that was like nearby Walmart, and we were just like, yo, let's just hop off the bus and head to Walmart. Let's go do a school trip. And then it was just like a whole thing. That was like one of many times where the bus has broken down. We've had the bus either break down like on the road at the school, at the high school, and so we like it was at the bus loop right about entering in, and like you could see it afar, just broken down. I ended up calling my parents to pick me up from the school because by the time the bus would get there, I could have been home. So they picked me up, and me and Onisha, there's one other girl, because we all lived in the same neighborhood. But I mean, there was that. I'm telling you, there was some crazy stuff. Oh, okay. One of the funniest things. So, we have like a substitute bus driver because the OG bus driver was just, I don't know, she had some stuff to do that day. I don't remember. But this substitute bus driver, I actually kind of feel bad for her, but they were all trying to like throwing her off with like the route. They weren't directing her correctly. And so I hop up in the front and I'm like, here, this is how you're supposed to do it. So I told her to make a U-turn because that's what she made the wrong turn. So I told her to make a U-turn, and she got into like this like the grass at the elementary school, like an elementary school nearby my house, the one that I went to briefly. It was the whole thing. Anyways, so at the U-turn, she got in the grass, somehow got stuck. The bus would not start, and it broke down right there in the middle of the road. Again, I'm telling you, these buses are horrible. They break down constantly. I'm like, what in the world? So she got stuck. The fire department had to come. By the time the fire department had to come, I hopped off the bus and got a ride with my dad. But because it was literally like nearby my house, so it was only like it would be like, I want to say a 10-minute walk. It was a minute drive, so it wasn't that far away. But I'm telling you, we were like, what even is this? So one girl was like, I'm calling the cops, you're kidnapping us. I was just like, what? It was just like one of these wild things. And we're like, what? You can't make this stuff up. That's the thing. It's just so bad. And I'm trying to think of some other stuff that's gone down. No, but I know the bus aide I had a freshman year, no one liked her. No one liked the bus driver either. But the bus aide, everyone would make fun of her. She was ugly. Anyways, She was like rude too. She was like really annoying and rude. Even like we had a new bus driver at some point because we're pretty sure like the bus driver quit. He was old and the bus driver quit. We drove him to quit apparently. Or either that or he just died of a heart attack. The one girl was like, oh, he probably died. And I'm like, so after that incident with the cops, he just kind of like, he out. So anyways, we had a new bus driver lady, and she was annoyed about our bus aide too. And she was like, oh, she annoying, she gotta go. And the bus aide just kind of had this face like, it was the funniest thing to us. But yeah. Oh, and then don't even get me started on the different fights that's happened on the bus. There was like a couple different fights on the bus. Like there was like one fight that started it, which like I don't even remember how it started. They were like, I wasn't even talking to you, blah blah blah, and then one girl was like, bet, and then so they just kind of like started throwing hands, and then the girl's sister got involved, so they were throwing hands with the girl. Things happened. I was just sitting here and we were just like, oh my god. I was thinking about the emergency exit. I don't know if it was just like on purpose, me self-consciously doing it, but I always sat by one of those emergency exit windows. I felt like I just did it on like in the sense where like if anything happens, I'm just the first to hop off. But yeah, so we were sitting at an emergency exit window, me and Onisha, and then she was just kind of like, she was actually closer to the outside, and she just kind of looked at the fight going down, and then she was just like, oh god. And so that happened, and then later on they got separated. People started leaving off the bus at some point, and then at some point people were talking smack again or whatever like that. Then another fight kind of really started going up. Like there was people hopping over seats. I'm telling you, there was a couple different fights. I know I didn't see this fight happen, but a guy that I knew on a different bus had gotten into the fight, and it was because they were talking smack about. I'm telling you, if you see talk smack about somebody's family in the school, everybody's gonna, all heck will break loose. But anyways, so somebody was talking about his little brother who was like 4 at the time, and so he was like, nope. And then all of a sudden and again, they tried to like stop him, but he started hopping over seats and started beating the crap out of these guys. And apparently he like slammed somebody against the window, and the window had cracked. And I wish I could be exaggerating. I thought they were exaggerating. If they say it's like they've seen videos and multiple people have said it's happened, and I'm like, okay. You said so. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any videos of it, but I'm telling you, it's like some crazy stuff that's happened on buses. And somebody pulled up next to me. She's just looking at me. Anyways, but those are my story times from bus rides. Like and subscribe if you want to hear more story times. I do plan on doing a story time on a teacher that got arrested recently. So stay tuned.